I named this season The Nightmare of Getting What You Want.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
What happened?
President Rayburn died 4 minutes ago.
Who was he talking to?
And I wonder, now that you both are executive producer, how's the creative process for this new season? Because I love it. Because if I love the first two seasons, this one is more gray and more kind of sarcastic or in terms of every dialogue that we have. Because Kate had what she wanted, but just in the opposite way.
It's true. I mean, I feel like it's, I'm turning 50 this year, and I feel like it's really reflective of that. You know, there's these moments in life where you've worked so hard, you know, and you're at this point where this is kind of the moment. Like, this is supposed to be the peak. And I think she's finding herself in this moment where things went a little differently than she had thought they might have gone. She's in a different place than I think she had planned, and she's reconsidering everything. And you know, as devastating and humiliating and exciting as all of those things it can be, it's a chance to reassess too, which is a really creative time. And I love the journey she takes. I love it this season.
Because I feel that now Kate has less control,
Yeah.
but more exposure. And,
True.
And Debora, from the writer's perspective, how do you create a character that now has to deal with less power, but now she's going to be seen more?
I think for this character in particular, the visibility is so taxing and draws so much out of her, and she really has to kind of fight with her own resistance to the world that she's now in. And even the opportunity that she has, she's like bucking against putting her arms around it. But I think that it feels like an honest portrayal of anybody dealing with an unexpected turn in their life and believing that they themselves should be keeping it together. And like, you know, the pressure that we put on ourselves to be just fine with everything.
Yeah.
And just it's so terrible, but watching her go through it is really gratifying.
One of the beautiful things about the show, the 3 seasons, is like there's never a villain. There's never like a physical enemy, because everyone has like a purpose. This is politics. This is no moral. This is no ethics. So and you both have been in show because The Americans is underrated and it's fabulous to me.
Thank
and
you.
Homeland is also amazing. Did you both learn anything with the game of power so far that you've been exposed and learning things that probably me as an audience don't know?
Just the people that we're portraying, these civil servants, just how incredibly capable they are. They're so intelligent. They largely go unnoticed. We hardly know any of them or what they do. They work so hard, making so many of our lives better. And I just think now, getting the chance to meet some of them, they're incredible people who are really getting a rough deal at the moment in this country. And I feel proud that we get to make a show about them right now and shine a light on them.
I think that, you rightly said we don't really write villains because I think all of the people that we've met that do this kind of work, their heart is in the right place, they're trying really hard, and they go out in the world and for the most part meet other people from the other side of the planet who are doing the same thing. And things still go horribly, and things are still the bloody mess that they are. And so it's a kind of a bracing reminder of just the complexity of countries dealing with each other, that even if your heart is in the right place, it's really hard to do. If it isn't, wow, you can tear down a lot of good really fast, which I think we've seen on the news, so we don't need to do it on television.
I agree. Ladies, if I was a fan of you, now I'm a bigger fan. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Great
Bye-bye,
to
you
see
too.
you. Bye.
One of the things that I find interesting in the show is that I think this is the first time that we see in TV a first gentleman. How do you shape this character in an unexplored territory? Even for you, Allison, because you have to interact with this person. We don't have history of knowing how a first gentleman interact on TV.
Well, I think he's behaving very badly as the gentleman. I think he needs to step up his game.
Pow pow.
He's poor Grace is I mean, not poor Grace, but she's thrown into this role. She doesn't have any time to think or worry about him. She's got an act. She's got she's the first female president of the United States of America, and she's thrown into this role, which she's more than capable of doing. And the first gentleman, the first lady, is you know right off the bat when he says I'm the first lady that he's having some issues already. So it's really fun for us to play those scenes and that dynamic out together and see the vulnerabilities of both these characters.
There's so many this guy's gyroscope has been flicked. I actually think he would consider himself a feminist, has been in full support of his wife's political ambitions and is suddenly in this position where he's realizing, I don't know how to deal with playing the tambourine, and you seem so, stimulated and fulfilled in your work while I don't know what to do. It's a really fun flip of the patriarchy, that's for sure.
But also I find interesting, there's a new definition, the word loyalty, because there's two couples playing chess in real life.
Yeah.
And I wonder, how do you rehearse something like that? Because it has to be a chemistry, an evil chemistry for me, because you want to win something, but nobody wants to lose anything.
That's true. That's very true. And nobody can win all the time. And I tell you, who doesn't win this season is Keri. Keri's character. He does not win. It was a crazy scene to get to play with Rufus and Keri, to just sort of say, I know this is probably a pain point, but and just sort of casually says, Rufus is my vice president. And it's so fun to watch Keri's play that moment. It's brilliant. Yeah, everybody loses something in this. Everybody wins and loses, and it's never all one thing. I tell you, it's always messy, and that's what's fun about this show is showing both sides of the mess, political and personal.
I told Debora that this season should call the nightmare of getting what you want.
Yes.
And how do you see it from that perspective? Because you're getting what you wanted, but in the flip way, because she wanted to be the vice president, but now she's gonna have more exposure but less power. You have to suck it up, you have to deal with your ego. This is creating from the writing perspective, or you have some liberty to create this freedom or these conversations with your characters?
It's all scripted, 100%. Don't you think, Bradley?
Yeah. I mean, this is a situation with Allison and I have both had a lot of good luck in our creative lives, letting writers write, and letting a talented horse out of the corral. It's truly neither on West Wing nor in this situation. Do you want? I just want Debora to gallop, because she is bringing so much complexity and insight into the show, which is based on this brilliant idea of the parallel between international diplomacy and negotiating the power structures within relationships. So we really are. We're not being humble. We are. We're riding some brilliant writing here.
100%.
Allison, Bradley, thank you so much. I adore your careers, and I'm a huge fan from the Dominican Republic. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
This season, it just blew my mind for many reasons. Honestly, first, because it's be careful with the things that you wish for, that you ask for, because you might get them.
Exactly.
And you might get them as when you least expected. And I wonder how Rufus see Hal's relationship with the truth. Do you think he's like a manipulator? Do you think he's a witness of things that he can know unknown? Or do you think he's a protector of things that happen around?
Oh, I think he's all of those things. But I think, for example, the story of the first two seasons is Hal trying his best to manipulate Kate into a situation that is best for Kate. He uses the tricks that we normally associate with the dark side sometimes for the power of good, I believe. He has always believed in Kate beyond her beliefs about herself. He is her number one fan. He thinks she is capable of things that she does not think she is capable of. And he knows instinctively that you cannot tell her what is coming because she will freak.
Mhm.
He has to massage, yes, manipulate her into a position that she deserves to be in, which is greatness, he believes. So yes, he is a protector because he is her greatest fan, also would die for her, but his methods are his methods. Now I think all of these things are true of Hal. And as you see watching the first episode, when he gets a surprise promotion, his first instinct is to make sure that she has a good opportunity out of this. He is desperate that she will come out of it well. It is something he cares about desperately. At the same time, he still wants that job because the job is now for him. When the job was for her, he was 100% behind it. The job is not going for her. It's coming for him. So I take the job because we want this job to do these good things. And now what do we have for her? So yes, he's a manipulator. He is extremely clever, but I think he's on the side of good.
But I also love how the relationship changed. I
Me
don't want
too.
to say love because there's a scene that was super uncomfortable for me because I've been exposed to too much information about relationships with my partner from the past and everything. And that scene for me was painful to watch.
Which
And
scene?
the scene when she tells you that she goes to the bathroom with the other guy to
Yeah,
do,
yeah. Too much information. Exactly. It's very painful. And
and
all of these scenes have the feeling of truth.
yes,
This is what you see. This is why it affects you.
and this is a facade. The marriage is a facade until something happened. And I wonder, is any change of that chemistry with Keri and in terms of being a couple, but pretend to be a couple? Because for her, I love the passion of her character to get to know your attention now.
My feeling, and I think our feeling, mine and Kerry's feeling, is that what we love about the essential nature of their relationship will survive whatever gets thrown at it. That does not mean their relationship as we met it at the beginning of season one will stay the same. I think it will survive. What I love about it will survive them being apart, them being together, them hating each other, them loving each other, different partners, unfaithfulness, changes in status. The thing that makes them remains. So I think our attitude is throw the world at us. Let's see what happens. So there's no limitation to what the story might bring in terms of where it takes us. Because I think that thing, when they get together, even if they're with other people, there is something those two have that no one can get near, even when they hate each other.
Yep. There's a beautiful metaphor between Kate and Hal. It's like two countries trying to figure it out things.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Rufus.
Thank
Thank you
you
so
very
much.
much.